just talk.
Hello.
Oh,
look, Paul dressed up.
was I supposed to dress up?
You already are dressed up, sir.
Oh my God! How your hair grew?
My hair grew overnight, man.
It's amazing.
Ken's first one. Hey, Ken, how's it going, bud?
What's going on, Kenneth?
Sammy.
Mr. Sammy.
Sammy.
What's up?
What's up?
Everyone's showing up.
Adam, hurry up. Get on here. I feel like a loser. I'm the only one dressed up right now. Oh, that's not dressed up. That's just a Halloween show.
Where's Mike? Why is Mike in the chat and not here?
You know, I can see Austin.
I'm watching the fights. That's what he's gonna say. I'm watching the fights.
Yeah.
The fights.
Yep. Shauna Khan. Hey. Who else was that? Who is this guy? Who is this guy?
Hey, Kai,
Hey guys, how's it going?
Going on?
Oh, we're good.
Happy Halloween.
Oh,
Happy Halloweeny.
Yeah.
I guess you're not dressed up.
Me? I was dressed up. We went out to 2 different places to do the trunk or treat, and we also went pumpkin patch picking, whatever it's called. And we the whole family dressed up as M&M, so we were all different colors. I was red. My wife was pink. And my kids were green and blue. Yeah.
I like it.
Did you rock the white hands?
No, we just had the regular T-shirts. I was not going to go that far. And it was super hot today in New Jersey. I'm in New Jersey, and it's really hot. So the T-shirt M&Ms are perfect.
We
It's
did a
like,
big
like half a costume.
today was our high, so it's pretty cool here. And then so we go, to Walmart. We were like, hey, we're gonna go get some groceries and some gas. And guess what? There was a bomb threat at Walmart.
Walmart was shut down.
And they shut it down the rest of the day.
I can't stand Gerald.
And then on the way home, there was another a bank that had cops there too.
Cops there too.
So we're like, well, I guess they're just trying to save money on, not having to buy Halloween candy and shit.
Oh man.
So I'm assuming everyone's doing trick or treating since because it's the weekend. Is that what this is?
I guess
They're doing it tonight. Well, here they're doing it tonight, tomorrow night, and Tuesday night. And I'm not going to have any part of any of it this year.
Tomorrow night's supposed to rain, so here anyway. So
yeah. Well, it's been raining here, but people, that's just how they are. Oh, let's do it 3 freaking nights in a row,
People,
Yeah, and I think we'll move Christmas this year too. Why not? We'll just do Christmas whenever we feel like it.
There you go.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, there were people dressed up in their Christmas outfits today for Halloween.
Of course. Yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty funny.
We just make our own calendar now.
This was years ago. We went down to Louisiana, and we did. What did we do? We went down for Halloween. There was at the Voodoo Festival down there and all that stuff. And there was like 13 of us that went, and these guys were all a lot of them were like undercover, like ATF or and all that stuff. So, and custom agents. So this guy like threw it together. They planned that it was going to be a bachelor party, and that's what they were going to tell their wives and stuff, and all this stuff. So you get these guys. We all come down, and it was Halloween. So we all of us dressed up as Santa Claus, and we ended up getting it was like nasty, like the stuff. So we had backpacks and everything, and we're throwing like Monistat 7 at women, like some fucked up shit. There was these plungers that have those clear handles that are ribbed. Yeah. So it turned into a nightmare. Just like let's just leave it at that. It was pretty funny though. So we did that.
Hey, lady.
This guy was like so like organized. Like he had shirts for us made for the whole week. Like one week was like bad bad sayings. I think my shirt said I my couch pulls out, but I don't.
Oh my god!
We were walking around and all that stuff. Then we went to a Monday night football. The game was Atlanta, New Orleans. But he bought burner phones for everybody. So he had burner phones for everybody. And then like the quarterbacks use those playbook.
Yeah,
he made. So he got everybody one of those, and then you open it up, and it's everybody's phone number. So like if everyone got lost and shit, it was pretty wild. It was pretty cool.
So that playbook with all the phone numbers, that kind of defeats the purpose of the burner phone, right?
Would be, right?
Because if you lose that playbook, it's like you have everybody's numbers.
Yeah. But it was pretty cool. It was a wild. It definitely was a wild time down there.
What? Okay. We'll go.
Did you get all your lawn work done?
Yeah, I cut my lawn. Dropped some fertilizer. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. So and then I gotta still clean the tubs and stuff like that. I'll do it later on. I actually gotta probably get off early. I gotta go see my wife. She dressed up. She works for this car wash, and they do like the Tunnel of Terror. So they all dressed up and everything like that. So I gotta go down there.
What did she dress up as?
She was a skeleton.
She is so freaking cute, y'all. She's
So-
a little tiny thing.
So yeah.
I am so fixing to show that picture off.
What?
I'm so fixing to show her picture off.
You can show it off. Don't matter.
She is too cute.
So we're gonna have to say that Paul has a wicked personality to score that. Is that what we're gonna go with?
Wicked personality. For what? Who? Me?
You scoring a beautiful wife.
It's.
I don't know how he did it.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Look at her.
Yeah.
That's a good costume.
cute.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
And she's a good woman too. She keeps it in line.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Sure.
He's like, sure.
So if anybody else has a show, I'm right almost done with this stuff right here. It's been fun trying to get a hold of everybody, and then people also backing out of being on it because of other people being on there.
What's
So
Drama.
nothing. It's just drama. Yeah.
people backing out?
Oh yeah. Dude, I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, some people don't want to be with some people that's on there. That's fine. I understand it. That's,
But aren't you just creating like a calendar showing people where everybody's on and what difference does it make? Like if yours is on there and theirs is on there, it's like it's giving people choices saying, hey, here's your calendar. Here's who you can watch and what times they're on.
well, it's not only that. It's I've been called out of saying, "Hey, are you doing this to get attention?" It's like, no, I'm doing this.
They don't want to get cooties.
My ass is old and forgetful. I need something to look at. It's not about spreading my name and all of this.
Because it benefits you how to tell everybody when everybody else is showing.
Exactly. You're promoting everybody else. Yeah, exactly. And they're like, yeah. So yeah. So is it really helpful? I guess it's helpful, but it's also damaging.
Yeah. Because if I don't want to watch your show, I can watch this show because it's on at the same time as yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Exactly.
No, I mean, people just have different opinions about stuff like that. And I'm sure a bunch of them, because we all know this community is a very difficult community to be in most of the time, because there's always somebody talking about somebody, and they think, well, you're trying to get a step ahead of them by doing something nice for somebody else. It's like, no, I'm just a fucking nice person. That's just all there is to it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it for attention and all this.
Yeah.
But I mean, Jay, you know exactly what I'm talking about, dude.
All fucking lame is what it is.
It is. I know, Austin, you are correct there, sir. Who would have thought talking about fucking snakes would bring so much BS? Yeah.
So I guess that's where that comment comes in. Shut up and breed.
Yes. Yep.
It just created out of drama as well. So just shut up.
That's Bubba come up with that, right?
I think it was Ozzy.
It wasn't Bubba his is maybe different.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah. No.
I said, I'm getting old, y'all.
That's Lock What You Love. That's completely different.
Yeah, Lock What You Love is Bubba's. Yeah. I love that one too. So Kai, let's talk about this female.
What about it? I gave you a shot. You should have just went for it. I don't know what. It's me. Come on, you could just tell me what you want.
Yeah, you're like, oh, it's just you. Yeah, you're just freaking Kai from Lucas Landon, dude. I mean, not a big deal, right?
No, you can just. Well, I told you you can take a shot at it. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do, I'm fine with.
What's the female in question?
Go ahead, Holly.
It's a banana clown.
Female nature.
And everybody knows I've been against banana. But then I got the mystic spot nose clown male I'm really wanting to play with, and I figured that would be something good to do my first banana with,
So Holly, like bananas are like the #1 seller at all expos, right?
Right. Yep.
I like anybody who's never owned a ball python, they look at a banana, especially the babies, and they're drooling at their mouth and
the orange and purple.
Yeah, like they definitely grow out of it, and they don't look as pretty as adults. Depending on when you add other stuff, it looks better. But I'm just saying, if you go for a straight banana as a baby, they love them.
Yeah,
and you can sell those all day long. Like in Canada, $300, and you'll push them out the door, and that's just a banana.
Yeah. Well, see, that's fine and that's good. I understand they sell good, but I also understand what I like, and I like the pepper genes.
Trying, just eat it, protein.
And that's just like everybody making the ivories or not ivories, bells and stuff.
Bells.
They sell great. Everybody loves them, but that doesn't mean I want to breed them.
No, but when you have so you're talking about banana clown. So that's like stepping up your game.
Right. Yeah.
You're creating a banana clown with some other genetics, and it's just a lot of fun. So it's something that you can move, and you got something else on the side that you're creating. It's upping your game.
Now, Ken, we don't talk about power balls or 8 balls on this show, sir. That gets you in trouble.
You're gonna get your stickers pissed on.
Spit on Bobby's over here choking. Here. There, you're prettier than I am.
Shoot.
Sam,
he is pretty.
Bobby's got a grunt style shirt on.
Yes.
Yeah.
I bought him that, and he just about refuses to wear that one just once a year.
Well, I mean, it's Halloween.
It does
dress
show
up.
them what it says. Stand up. Come here. Come here, my baby. Come and take it, and it's a bowl of Halloween candy.
Well, for your shit, right?
Ken, that's funny.
Ken is relentless.
Yes, he is. Super spot nose banana clown. So I don't
I just
have
saw a
tested
comment.
any of the super spot nose stuff yet. Like I'm too scared to go there.
Have I made super spot nose?
Yeah.
Yeah, I made one. And it doesn't have any wobbles or anything.
Okay.
It's a male. Could be Russo. I'm not sure. It's like brighter than any other Powerball that I've seen on Morph Market. So I kind of just, I think it is on Morph Market, but if it doesn't sell, I'm just gonna keep it and breed it and see if it has Russo because I really want to work with that. I actually purchased a Ivory Powerball from Justin for this season, for the 2023 season.
Mm.
So being Ivory and being a Powerball, I'm guaranteed that 2 of those genes are going to get passed down all the time,
Yeah.
right? It's actually, and it's a het for clown, so it's actually more powerful to me than let's say a spot nose yellow belly clown, because if I breed this Ivory Powerball het clown, any clown is going to automatically have yellow belly and spot nose in it.
Right.
And in fact, this season so far, I already produced 6 of them, which is great.
Oh,
And it's a 1.5, I think. I'm hoping that it stays 1.5. You
Yeah,
never know. So I showed off one of them on my Instagram not too long ago. And then his sister, his clutch mate, just finished shedding a couple days ago. And the other clutch that has the other 4 are shedding now. I just checked on them right before I hopped on here. So
Oh,
it's looking good.
hell
I think
yeah.
it paid off. Yeah, it paid off.
That's
And it's a
awesome.
white snake. Like I just like having at least 1 or 2 white snakes in the collection. It's nice to look at. It's definitely something that is unique. And when you have guests and family and friends over, taking that one out really because everything else looks like a snake. If it's a uniform pattern, everybody's used to seeing it, even though they might have never seen those colors or those patterns. But as long as it's uniform, everybody's like, oh, it's just a snake. But when you have something that's pure white or like a pied, patches of white, that's what really draws their attention, I think. And like you guys are saying, the
Right.
bells, the bananas, like they really draw people's attention because they're so unique looking.
That's what I tend to pull out is the super OD stuff when people come over because I mean that the oranges and then one of them is actually calico also.
Oh
And
yeah,
she's
yeah.
still pretty young, so she still has the pink on the sides,
Mhm.
And they love the color. So
Yeah, I think it's really important to try to draw more people into the hobby. Like, and I know like, at some point, like everybody just wants to be a breeder's breeder. I think that's what we call it, like selling to other breeders,
right,
like Justin does
right,
to us. But
right.
it's cool to like just bring in more people because those are the people that are going to keep this hobby alive, keep it going.
So, question for everybody. We were talking about this last night. There was a few of us backstage, and we've been having trouble with our VE300 thermostat, keeping our whole rack, at a decent, like a similar temperature on every level, right? And sorry, guys. What do you keep your rack at on the plastic in the back?
I don't have a VE. I do have these kind of questions in my chats from other people all the time. What I use is the STC 1000. I used it on my aquarium when I was like, I don't know, ever since I was in high school, and they haven't failed me. So I feel like they're very reliable. It's very easy. It's it doesn't have a ton of functions and features that could go bad. It just has like three functions, right? It's just like what the temperature is, what the difference is, and for cooling. And I don't even use the cooling for the snakes. So because it's so simple, I think it's less points of failure, and it's also very cheap. So I can get multiples. So I know with a lot of the racks that are tall, and if you have one of those temperature controllers, some of them have multiple channels, which is great, and they have multiple probes so that you can kind of adjust, your top 3 shelves, and then your middle 3 shelves and your bottom 3 shelves, so that you have that control over them. But then there's other ones that don't have so many probes. So for me, I just put like 3 or 4 STC 1000s on each rack, right? So I have one STC controlling the top 3 shelves, and then the middle 3 shelves, and then the bottom 3 shelves, like that. But if you don't have that luxury of being able to wire them up yourself, or if you don't have one of those high-tech temperature controllers that have multiple channels, the other thing you can do is, we all know heat rises. So what you could do is, instead of having your power source go to your top rack first, have it go to the bottom rack first. So connect it to the bottom rack.
Yep.
So whatever's closer to the power source is going to heat up faster and higher.
Yep.
So the bottom will heat up faster and higher, and then as that heats up, the heat rises to the top anyway. So the top is going to become more even out. So you can try doing that. And then for some of the racks that I built, I actually put a styrofoam, 3/4 inch to 1 inch styrofoam on the bottom to help insulate it, because I am in the basement, and the concrete does get cool.
So what do you keep the temperature at on your rack? Like,
Oh, okay. So I actually, the probe, I guess this is the important part. The probe itself doesn't go in the tub. It
Right.
goes on the black strips of the heat tape.
Yep.
The heat, yeah. So the heat tape, I tape it directly onto the black strip,
hey, Jeremy.
and I don't even go off of the temperature that the controller says. I turn it on, and then what I'll do is I'll adjust the temperature to what I think is about where I want it. So in my case, I go by Celsius. So in my case, it's like 34 degrees Celsius. And then I'll come back an hour later. I use a temp gun and shoot the inside of the tub.
That's what I
And
do.
if that's too high, then I'll just turn the temperature controller down like half a degree to a degree. Come back an hour later and shoot it again. And I keep doing that, repeating the process and adjusting until the temperature gun shooting the tub measures around 88 to 90 degrees.
That's where I am. I do the same exact way.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got to think about, what substrate are you using? If you're using a lot of substrate, and all that
Yep.
stuff, because you could have it on 96, but it's 88 in the tub.
Y'all listen to
Right,
Jeremy,
right.
hit that like button. He knows what he's talking about.
Yo, what's up, Jeremy?
I don't know if you guys have
Warfel
access to.
Jeremy's
But we're-
partying it up right now.
Yeah.
We're using Herpstat 2s.
Mhm.
So on the rack, it's really good because you get 2 probes. So like Kai was saying, you can do the bottom set to a section, and then you can do the top and set to a different. So and then again, you put it on the actual. So on mine, it's that steel plate. I put the thermostat right on there, and then set it so that at the back it sets at 89, 90. Works great, and it's great to have the 2 channels. Like you can get the ones that Herpstat 4s, but it's almost like a bit much.
Yeah. So I know KG from Bomb Project. I don't even have to say that. He actually orders his off of Amazon, and he has one. What was it for every 2, or he has one on every one? I can't remember. But I really liked the way he was doing that, and I'm actually, the only thing that concerns me is that if something was to happen, there's not a fail safe on those thermostats.
There usually is a fail safe, and you can have it so it sets an alarm and everything else.
Right. Well, he gets his on Amazon. They're not, the Vivarium or anything like that. But I'm getting to the point to where I really want to, we're struggling here. I don't know why. We've gone back and forth trying different things.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's like we'll have these females get all the way up to where they need to be, and then they absorb. And you're just like, whoa, what just happened? We haven't messed with anything. But
It might not be the temperature, Holly. It might be the timing with throwing in a male when the female needs it. And I
Yeah.
had that happen to me in the beginning. I even had it happen to me this season where The female was around 22 to 23 millimeters, and the male that I want to use is in shed. So I had to wait for him to get out of shed. And by the time that happened, it might have just been too late for the female, and she started reabsorbing. And a lot of times when you ultrasound them, if you have an ultrasound machine, you can actually tell when the eggs are being reabsorbed, because when they're good follicles, the outline of the follicles are really crisp. You can see it's a perfect circle, nice and solid. But then when they start reabsorbing, the outline gets a little fuzzy.
Hazy, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little hazy, a little fuzzy, and so I think that's it's too late at that point. It's not like they can change that back to developing again. So once they start the reabsorption, it's over,
Yeah.
which is kind of sad. But yeah, it happens, and it does help to have a backup male. So like if your female is at like 23 millimeters, and your primary male just isn't in the good condition to do what he needs to do, just throw the backup male. They should get something out of it.
You're right.
Yeah, it happened to me a couple of times this season.
And that's what we did. We went and I got a, what is he? Axel. He's a Russo. Jesus, he's a lot. A Russo yellow belly.
Excellent. Thought he was a Fire Mojave.
Fire Mojave.
Uh,
Anyway, he's multiple gene breeder ready dude. And he's locking and everything. And, you know.
Wait, is he white? You said Russo and
white.
Mojave?
He's
Oh,
almost
okay.
white. He is beautiful. But he's a clown. I got from Bob Fu, and he is just amazing.
That's a pretty good animal, because you have like, well, you got the bell, you have the yellow belly complex, and you have the fire complex all in one animal. And it's a clown, or you said is a clown?
No, he's a visual clown.
A visual clown. That's nice.
And so we're working with that. And then I also bought a really nice male off of Joe from Empire Exotics. I bought a chocolate Batman from him. And I just cannot get that dude to lock with anything. I don't know what else to do besides, wine and dining, basically. So, but yeah, we're trying with him, and I don't know. I'm hoping we get there soon, because it's almost 3 years now. What's funny, Paul?
Nothing.
Oh, what did Gerald send you?
So, but I'm stuck at words right now.
Surprise.
No, well, you were talking about ocean. Well, I want to get one. I think I want to get one. I also, do you do shows? Is that like your main thing too, though? Like to do shows with, and because I know they sell a lot fast.
I didn't do shows much. I think prior to COVID, I did a half a table with a split a table with a friend. And then just this year, I went to one Gettysburg show, and I'm going to the next one, which is November 11th. I think that's a Sunday.
Yeah.
So I'm going to that one. So I don't have that much experience with shows.
Okay.
But I do hear like what everybody else hears, which is like pies and albinos and bells they sell, and bananas.
Right. I feel that people that have snakes or make snakes for shows, and then they have their other projects as well. I think, right? So probably most likely,
I don't know what other people do. I mean, I'm just breeding for myself, trying to make the prettier snakes, and then you have I guess what you call byproducts. And if you're working with, like what we were saying earlier, if you have a banana clown and banana sells well, then you don't have to worry so much about your byproducts. If you hit a het banana,
right.
If you hit a banana het clown, that'll probably still sell.
Right. Hey,
Shows-
Bo, how's it going, man? And Taylor, hey, girl, I know you're busy tonight. She's got her hands full tonight. Turn the big butt on, baby.
If she was cleaning up something, was she doing?
It locked
Were
up.
they
I don't know
building?
what that's code is. So you have to look up. So here he is. Blow myself up. I know. I'm terrible about that.
You said Russo, Mojave, Yellow
I
Belly
was-
Fire.
Cypress Mojave.
Cypress
Fire,
Mojave.
Oh, for God's sakes. All the genes are just getting more and more. Getting more and more genes in there. Cypress is a great gene. I love
Oh, yeah.
Cypress.
I need to get me some cypress.
Yeah, I like Cypress. Cypress is one of my favorites.
Hopefully, we'll be having some beautiful babies here before long because I've put him with some really nice females too.
You know what's
What
cool
did you
about
say? That
Cypress
was
is
male
that
or a female?
What's that?
That's a male or a female?
That is a male.
Were you gonna say, Kai?
I was just saying, like, what's cool about the other thing that's cool about Cypress is it tends to throw a lot of paradox.
Uh-huh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they tend to throw more paradox than the other genes. Like I just posted one on Instagram. It's I haven't figured it out yet, but I think it's mostly an Enchi clown, but then it has a couple sections that could be the Cypress paradox.
Right. That'd be cool.
It's really hard because those sections are kind of small. I do see some popcorning and some bright colors, so it's either gravel from my mahogany gravel or it's the cypress from my cypress clown.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
I gotta get
I'll
some
have to look that up.
in my life.
Hurry up,
Hey,
Paul.
I know.
I'm gonna pull up Kai's Morph Market. Can you kind of take over things for a minute?
What?
Can you take over things for a minute? I'm gonna pull up Kai's
What,
Morph Market.
what am I taking over?
Why are we shopping?
Hosting.
chat.
You're hosting.
Oh, I see.
What do we got, Kyle? I just want to see what I'm shopping for. And do you ship to Canada?
what are we shopping for? So
I think Holly's shopping. I think we're just supposed
Yeah.
I think we're just supposed to talk about something else.
yeah. So
Oh, look what came. I got a milkshake from my kids. You want to peek in? You want to peek in and
that's
say hi?
amazing.
Is that
That's
homemade?
good.
Yeah, he made it.
Wow.
Say hi. He made it. The Oreo.
Can you make me
Hey,
one?
what's going on, Adam?
Oh yeah, here, make them one too. We'll send it over to Canada. Thanks, guys.
Well, soon it'll be cold enough that you can actually send it and probably
Right.
freeze again.
Can you hear us,
Yeah.
Adam? Are you there?
Yeah, I figured out how to unmute myself.
Oh, okay. I was I'm like, he's very quiet. Thanks for showing up.
Yeah.
So I thought Holly said you were getting dressed up.
I was just putting my makeup on. I had to find my foundation.
Looks great.
Thanks.
It's beautiful. So we're just sitting here and just bullshitting. How was your week? How's your weekend going?
Weekend's fine. Life's kind of hit me with some hard stuff, but I don't want to get too personal about some stuff. I don't want to make another Wednesday night show.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's up, Adam?
That was a little rough. It was good though.
Let's put Paul at number 2 because he's number 2.
I'm number 2.
I'm number 1.
You were shopping on Morph Market?
I'm fixing to pull it up right now. I want to show off some of his stuff.
Oh, I see. I gotcha.
Freaking
Well, so you're taking screenshots and shit.
present.
So
You got to give me a minute. I'm just kind of
it's always technical. Hey, what's going on, Nate? What's going on, Ryan? Thanks for showing up.
making Paul do
Yeah.
something.
So did anybody get on
14
that
going on 30.
in the whatchamacallit, holdback rack? Did anybody jump in? No?
No, they had a puzzle on
No.
there, right? I think I saw the thumbnail.
Bueller. Yeah.
All right.
I'm sure Anthony was selling some stuff, some puzzles.
I actually hit my first puzzle this season.
I seen that.
Yeah.
That was your video, right?
Yeah, that one, and I just hit another one without the pinstripe,
Oh,
but
that's right.
but also without the hypo, so that kind of sucks. But it's still
Head
cool to hit
hypo?
a puzzle. Yeah, it's a hat.
Okay.
Gee, look at that. It's
Well,
beautiful.
how many clutches do you have going for puzzles?
I think I'm done. I think I'm done with the puzzles. I did 4 clutches that are posset to posset, but obviously halfway through I found out some of them were 100% hets. But there
Right.
was four clutches, and I made 2 puzzles. Was able to prove out 2 of the females and a male to be het for puzzle. And then the other 2 females, I still don't know. Maybe I just missed the odds. So we'll try again next time with the visual puzzle that I just made.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Look at that.
Very cool.
Art. That's beautiful, Kai.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I just cut a clutch yesterday. It was a pastel double visual VPI pied to a fire posset pied, and I was able to prove her out to be heifer pied, and I think I hit 4 double visuals out of 5 eggs, which is pretty cool.
Wow, that is cool.
Pretty happy about that.
I'm loving this
And
ultra
I just gave away my video. I always do that. I always go on a live and then I tell you what the video is about. It's like, oops.
Yeah, I still gotta watch it though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Here you go, Paul. Right here, Cypress het pied.
What?
That's
I have
beautiful.
Cypress head pies.
But is it Kai's snake? That's the question. Who all here owns one from him? That's what we need to start asking each other.
What?
Holly, you have one from me, I think. Way back. I think you have a DG from me, like way back.
No, I bought one from Bob Vu. I don't believe I have one of your snakes yet. Not yet.
I'll send you the email. I think either it was a different Texoma
Trojan.
then maybe.
Yeah, that Trojan looks sick.
Yes.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah, that's a nice Trojan. That's from Justin. I messaged him on a hatchling Trojan trick, and then he told me that he had an adult. So I was like, I'll rather have the adult.
That was coffee, not vodka.
What I think we asked about this question before, but the Trojan, what is it? It's like what kind of is it? A enhancing gene?
Yeah, it kind of works like lace, like it'll make everything brighter and cleaner, but it looks a little bit different. It looks like it's glowing. It adds a lot more depth to the pattern. It's hard to explain, and the camera doesn't really do it justice. It's hard to capture, but when you have it in your hand, it almost looks like it's glowing.
Okay.
It's like you ever like look at a light and your eyes are blurry and you see the halo around the light.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Holly, there was the Enchi trick het clown there. It was pretty nice looking.
Yes. Oh,
He's got some nice snakes.
yes.
Yeah,
I love this one.
Very nice.
GH
Thanks.
how you really clown? Absolutely.
Thank you. Yeah, I might take that one off of Morph Market. So here's the thing. Here's my thing. My GHI clown male went to like a few females, and so far I've been missing on hitting a visual GHI clown, except for that one. So my other clutches that I cut, I have GHIs, and I have clowns, but I don't have GHI clowns in the other clutches. So I'm like, if that's the only GHI clown that I made, I might have to keep it.
Right. Who else has something they want to throw up there?
Well, you can't show all this and then ask everybody else to show their shit.
Come on, it's fine.
Yes, I can.
I got a normal if somebody wants to buy it.
Hey, yeah. $500, y'all. Going once, going twice.
Super normal.
I think
Yeah,
so.
you do, Ken. You got credit. Use it whenever.
Oh, hey, Ken, I need that credit for myself. I need.
What, Adam? What are you working with, Adam?
Let's see here.
So I'm trying to make a super GHI, super Mojave to breed to kind of whatever, just to see what everything does. Preferably in male. I'd like it in male rather than female. And I'm also trying to do the same thing in clown. I have 2 super asphalts with banana that are female, and I have a ivory super inchy het pied from ball python shed that I'm going to pair those 2.
Nice.
So everything at a minimum should come out Mardi Gras, and I'm hoping to hit the banana. And one of them also has pinstripe.
Mardi Gras are nice, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He showed me some stuff the other night of some gecko. Are those geckos the little demon looking ones?
So I have crested geckos and satanic leaf-tail geckos. I haven't bred the satanic leaf-tail geckos yet, or they haven't bred yet. But the crested geckos, I've made some out of those. So.
Oh, you actually bred? So you bred crested geckos?
Yeah, they're actually really easy.
So how many eggs do they actually lay?
All right. So between February and October, most breeders will do.
Yeah,
That's my specialty. Gecko diva in the house.
We're gonna look you up, girl.
Yep.
Most people will do Valentine's Day to Halloween. That's typically when they pair. I just leave them in together all winter long too. And if I want to switch the males, I'll just move the males to a different enclosure with another female. So each enclosure has 1 male, 1 female, and they lay about 2 eggs, but they lay multiple clutches between February and October. And usually you get like 6 or 7.
Okay.
Sometimes they only lay 1 egg. So I typically tell everybody that you'll get 10 to 12 eggs out of a female.
And how long does it take for them to get to maturity?
The males and females both take 2 years from hatchling.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So what you see at a show, if you get it from a decent breeder, will typically be around 6 months old.
Mm-hmm.
If they're tiny, like itty bitty, they're hatchlings, and you probably don't want to get those. They'll typically start showing their colors a lot better when they're around a year old, and that's also around when you figure out if they're male or female. You can look at their kind of between their hind legs. In between, you can see pores on some of their scales. And if you see the pores, they're typically male, no pores, female. So as they start to age, you'll see listings for them that'll say no pores seen, or NPS, or pores seen, PS, possible pores seen, something like that.
You'll have pseudopores as well.
Right.
Several showed pseudopores, but they'll turn out to be female. I had one female this year. It was her first breeding year, and I thought she was done, and she just laid her 10th clutch.
So 20 eggs.
Yeah, all viable eggs. She was paired to a lily white, and it was a empty back lily white project that I have, and the hatchlings are stunning. I just can't get over how many eggs she's produced, and they're consistent, and her calcium sacs are great, and
that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
So you said about 20 eggs so far?
20 eggs.
Yeah, well, I lost only one of the eggs went bad. Yeah, so because she laid she lays 2 eggs every 30 days, and she's had 10 clutches.
That's wild.
She's like, it's insane, because
Super
all
stuff.
my other ones are probably, I get about 6 or maybe even 7 clutches, but she's laid 10.
That's
So
crazy.
this one is a cinnamon pinstripe GHI possible red stripe male available
For sale.
Yeah. Yep. And he's pretty brown. You can't really see it in the picture, but you can definitely see the GHI.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very nice snake.
There you go.
What So
are you working with anything other than lily whites As far as
I probably have about 80 geckos in my gecko room. So we have his and her gecko rooms right now. His and her reptile rooms. So he has the ball python side, and on the other side of the glass here is my gecko room. I surprisingly hatched out Pixel this year, and I didn't even know that I had Pixel, and confirmed it Pixel this year. So I have 2 visual, like really stunning looking Pixels. Lily, so projects I'm doing is Phantom, like charcoal and Phantom. Empty back, trying to do super empty back, soft scale, super soft scale, and then tying other things like, so I'm tying in Lily White with the soft scale and the empty back project. So I have the visual het empty back Lily Whites that I will be growing up to kind of hopefully produce some super empty backs. Like the actual, it's the empty back thing is confusing. So though, some people will say like it's empty back if it's a het, and then they'll say super empty back if they have the 2 copies of the genes. And then you'll have other people say that it's a het empty back or an empty back, or a visual het empty back or an empty back. So it gets super confusing because all the different words that different people use. Verbiage, yeah. So yeah. I just stick to, because most people are sticking to visual het empty back, and empty back would be the 2 copies.
Let's put it this way. This year has been so bad for me for breeding that I'm thinking about just calling it VIP geckos, because I went to the expo and sold more geckos than I did ball pythons.
Yeah. So she's the breadwinner, huh?
Sure, we'll go with that.
She's racking in the money, and you're a stalemate, huh?
No, she was smart. So she went to the expo. She played with the pig and had it walk around and all be fancy and stuff. Yeah. Had me do the table, and I'm selling. I sold I think 11 of her geckos and like 8 of my snakes.
All right.
I'm like, okay, so yeah, it was a good expo. I had to talk and be friendly way too long. But other than that, it was great. It was a good time.
You had to smile way too long, huh?
Smile, and I was exhausted by the end. Like the thing about being at an expo is you got to be on the whole time you're there, and you got to be friendly. And if that's not in you, it takes a hell of a lot out of you. Mm-hmm. But like as far as selling, like Kai, with your visual stuff, it's so goddamn pretty. You put that on a table, you smile, bring the kids along, you'd be selling everything.
No, I'm like, get away, kid, don't touch my stuff. Thank you.
So Sammy, you just sent me the 3 pictures. What are you is this for sale? I'll put it up. You gotta let me know what it is though.
He sent me some of the ivories that he made.
Yes, that's what it is. Yep.
Yeah.
Ivories are great to have in your collection.
You just got to figure out what. Like I don't know. I just don't know what I should go for though if I'm going for an ivory.
Right. I'll show these off.
Ivory just makes like if you got a super asphalt, constant freeway, and then they sell. People like them. Mm-hmm. Or super gravel highways.
Right.
These are really pretty too.
I wouldn't say just go for just regular highways. Like now there's so many other genetics you can throw in there to make it pretty, but
right. That's it's very cool. Very cool. I mean, what's his name? I mean, we talked about it a bunch, but he has. I mean, he does a lot with ivory. The Acorn Collection. Bubba. Yeah.
I'd be curious how the highway interacts like with the dirt road, because highway typically has a little more pattern on the side.
What's dirt road?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Wait a minute.
So it's a freeway, but it has spider and I don't remember if it's cinnamon or inchy in it.
Okay.
And they call it a dirt road.
Well, it was made by Ball Python Shed a couple years ago, maybe even 3 years ago.
Okay.
But that was back when everybody was naming everything. And somebody told him he had to name it and They're like, it looks like a dirt road, and then dirt road stuff.
There's so many names. I was asking my friend the other day. I was like, "What's a Spectre gravel?" And we couldn't think of a name for it. Like we couldn't think of the name that was given to it. I know there's like Parkway and Gridlock. I don't even know what combinations those
Isn't
are.
it something? I thought there was something else called the Muddy Road or something like that. The Muddy.
That's the Axis. Was the Axis Freeway? It's like the same genes that makes Freeway, but with Axis in it.
Okay.
Yellow belly. That's
All
one
right.
of it's one of Earl's.
Okay.
So it's Asphalt, Yellow Belly, Axis.
No,
I don't think Yellow Belly's in it. I think Axis is
Axis.
the Yellow Belly. Like
the
yeah.
yellow- he said it's Axis is a yellow belly complex. It's in the yellow belly
Axis.
complex.
Oh, okay. I never heard of that one. Jesus Christ, there's so
But
many
if
things.
you breed Axis to Axis, you don't get what a white snake. You get a gray snake.
Yeah, it's
That's interesting.
the super is a gray snake.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Weird.
Has anybody named a banana highway yet? I'm gonna call it Yellow Brick Road.
That is awesome.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's so much
I like
better.
it. I like it. Ugh. So
What else is new, guys? What have we done this week?
But you
I'm
haven't
exhausted. I don't know what I did.
We're getting
All I
hell.
know is I'm tired.
it's so amazing. It's so old. I'm like, I just can't wait to get it to the weekend. I'm tired.
And then the weekend flies by.
Yeah. Before you know it.
Well, my whole week flew by. I don't even know what I did for work. I was like, what did I accomplish this week?
Yeah, I went to work this morning.
What's up, man?
So
Right here.
Hey,
Sorry.
Sammy. RO.
I had to decompress. I was burning up. Jay
oh,
said,
shit, you got a haircut already?
happened, Jay.
We had a wardrobe change.
Yeah,
Haircut and everything. Jesus.
freaking hot.
Got a salon in your house.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. I feel normal now.
Was it worth it? Getting all dressed up?
Getting all dressed up to go to bed
Yeah.
by myself. Let's go over here laughing. Like, I love you.
So I got a question. I'm still ask. So with the crested, do you sell them on Morph Market too?
Who you asking me? Or?
I mean, well, both of you do. I mean,
Well,
do you,
right now, like if I haven't posted, I had one posted a while ago on the VIP Morph Market, but I haven't set anything up right now because I'm not in a rush to kind of get rid of them, like or not like rehome them.
Oh, how cute! I need one.
This is one of the head empty backs, lily whites, but like I'm not in a rush to sell them or anything because they change so much as they grow, right? So for me, like if there's some that I'm more like looking at for holdbacks, I'd rather grow them up at least to like 12 grams to see like if it's something that I want to keep.
Like he was saying, you don't see anything until almost a year.
Like the pattern will spread so much, and when they get to when they get over 10 grams, like that's when it really starts to spread, and you can see a lot more.
okay.
So I brought some that I knew like weren't going to be holdbacks because I can't keep them all back. But at the end of the day, I'd rather hold on to them for a longer period of time and then eventually post them.
Right.
So
and
how do you
crested
tell
geckos,
male and female?
crested geckos actually go up in value too. Like a nice lily white, if you have really nice parents.
Yeah.
So crested geckos, you track the parents and you keep track of their lineage, and if the farther back you go, the more value you can get out of it if all the parents and grandparents are nicer. So like a lily white, as a hatchling, you might get $1,000 out of a really nice one. If you grow it out for a year, you could get maybe 2,000, and if it's breeding size, you can get like 2,500 out of it. So keeping it can actually
really? That's crazy.
increase in value.
When did
Yeah.
they when did they like retire?
I don't
Well-
think anybody's really had them long enough.
Oh, really?
It-
Okay.
Yeah, there was one I know that they I forget who had it, and it was like 20 years old, and it was still producing viable eggs.
Oh,
Because at
wow.
the end of the day, they'll still produce eggs even if you don't pair them, right? And like before I pair, so right now they're not paired. Right now they're in their kind of downtime. I give them a break. Right now I kind of increasing their calcium, and I kind of it's a cool down period, so the temperatures are dropped a little bit. So come when we're getting into winter, then I'll look and see which ones I think I want to pair up for this year, because I check their calcium sacks in the back to make sure they have enough to sustain to go through breeding. Because what they'll do is they store their calciums in like these sacks at the back of their throat. So you want to make sure, like they'll look like big rocks, like big white rocks at the back of the throat. So you have to check to make sure that they are capable to kind of sustain a breeding season if you're being responsible about it. And then at that point, then is when I kind of decide who I'm pairing up, and I keep my males paired up with them for at least, like they're usually in there with who they're with as like a paired, like a duo, for maybe 2 months, and then I'll take the males out, and yeah, and then they just lay eggs every month when they start laying.
So is it the same for you guys as with ball pythons? Is it expensive to get them out of Canada into the States?
No,
No,
because they're non-CITES.
non-CITES. They're super easy.
Oh, okay.
Wow, no shit.
So
Yeah.
have y'all seen the Dalmatian ones yet?
Yeah, I have some Dalmatians too. I have
Oh
some
my gosh, they're
growing
so
up.
cute.
Yeah, I have some super Dals growing up right now. I have a male that's getting close to size, but I've been very picky about it because I've been looking for Dalmatians that have portholes.
If you guys want to buy a house in Canada with a whole bunch of animals, you just DM me and we'll
Hold
talk.
on.
Well, hello, Crystal.
Hold
How
on,
are you?
Crystal.
What's
That's
that?
pretty-
Cool, though.
Somebody just jumped in, Crystal.
Maryland's Magic Morphs.
Hey, Brittany.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool. So the Dalmatian ones I just seen today, and I was because Adam was showing me some of the stuff he had the other day, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I really want one of these, but I don't know which one I want. And then I seen that one today, and I was like, oh, I really like that one because I do have a Harlequin Great Dane, so I like the spots.
But
There's this.
it's really hard with geckos too. So like the nicer they are, they've been line bred for so long to be that nice. So you can't just take a Dalmatian and pair it to any gecko and get really nice Dalmatians out of it. You need another really nice Dalmatian.
Right. Yeah.
So you have to invest on both ends, male and female.
Holly, you'd probably really like the Dalmatians that they're producing over at Gamez Geckos.
Mhm.
They have, like, I think they call it their Lotto line, but it's like huge white portholes all over it, and it's stunning, absolutely stunning geckos.
Well, I know I've been wanting to get into another species. So, Earl from LSR, I've been looking, he's been dealing with the red eye skinks, and in the wide eye, yeah. But I really like the red eye ones, but that the husbandry for that it's a lot of money to get that
Just
set
to
up.
get your set up.
Yeah.
No, that's
Hey, Kai, do you have bloods?
I have one.
Uh-oh.
Just one.
Paul's on the lookout for one, Kai.
Yeah, I'm looking to buy blood.
Okay.
I just can't. I'm just not sure what I'm gonna pull. I think I'm gonna go for like the Sumatran. I'm looking at.
Oh my God, he has
The
one.
all black.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Adam, you're killing me.
The guy from Juggernaut.
funny. G's
Oh, yeah,
trying
yeah.
to find my
He's got a lot of
Dalmatian
stuff.
right now in my room.
But I guess it's just out of quality because I seen some that are like $400 for the Sumatrans, and his are like $700.
Yeah, I think the all black is what draws people. So if they're like darker,
Right.
you can probably ask for a higher
Yeah. I mean,
price tag.
Damn.
he brought that he brought the female to Tinley,
Mhm.
and it's jet black and orange eyes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Where is he? Oh, he's here. Come here now.
So what are you gonna do with the Sumatran?
I don't know. I want one.
You just want an all black snake?
Yeah, not that. I wanted to, just to go with that species, but maybe
Here we
eventually do something else. I'm just doing research on it.
You're
Yeah.
gonna jump in this,
Yeah,
aren't you?
the Sumatrans are cool.
There we go.
I have the blood, so it's not exactly the same, but they're similar.
Yeah.
And I originally was thinking that I would have like one or two, and I would have like a nice big enclosure for it. But then the
So-
guy that I got it from, I think his name is Dan Magano. I don't remember how to pronounce his last name, but he was like, yeah, they don't do good in displays. And I was like, why? He's like, because they're just like fat sausages. They just lay there. And it's true. It just lays there. Like when I pick it up, it doesn't even want to be picked up. It's very docile. The one I have is very nice, but you have to support the entire body and
Yes.
cradle it like a baby.
Yeah.
Because they're not like ball pythons or
Right.
retics that coil around your hand and wrists. Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
this sausage, like it's like, you want me to drop you? What are you doing? It's like
What
like-
what do you have it in then?
it's just in a tub, just like the ball pythons, but I have it in lower temperature.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of people who complain about it being feisty, it's possible that they just have it like too high, like a ball
high.
python in the
I've
90s.
seen between 77 and 80, 82 maybe or something like that.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I had mine in the low 80s, and it wasn't feeding like ferociously, so I upped it to I think 86 now, and it's eating consistently every week, but it's still docile.
Okay.
That's
All right.
nice.
And what size tub you're in? 70-30?
I don't have those. I think it's a 16 quart.
Okay.
Like it's a Rubbermaid or Sterilite brand.
Right. Okay. That's right. You made your own rack. Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I make my own.
He's smart. Okay, so y'all. So get this. I got to tell this story. I ordered a rack earlier this week. No, it was this week. What was it? I can't
Freedom
think.
Breeder
Freedom Breeder rack.
9 slot ASF rack,
Right.
water and everything.
And I was like, okay, I paid for it. We did it through credit, basically. Maxed out that card to do this.
Paid by credit.
And I get a bill on the email saying, hey, you still owe, here's the bill for the shipping. And it's
shipping.
like, surprise. And I'm like,
Oh, the freight, yeah.
yeah, what the hell? Why wasn't that added in whenever I ordered the rack, right?
Yeah.
We've ordered ARS racks, and it always figures shipping in,
Mhm.
as you're going
Yeah.
through it.
Happened
So
to
we
me when I
thought
ordered
that was
Freedom
everything.
So I thought, yay, I'm doing good. I'm going to get this and, we'll pay it off, la, 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 la. And now I can afford the $400 and something they're wanting for shipping. So the restock is actually
40%.
30%.
30%.
Oh.
So it's
Oh,
actually
wow.
going to cost me more to restock it now than it is to ship it. But
So
whenever
my shipping
You're
is
on a budget.
$777.
So whenever you're on a massive budget and something like this happens, it really freaking sucks. And
Yeah.
I tried to look it up and all this stuff, and they're like, the email I got was kind of snippy.
Mm.
Well, and I'm like, well, I didn't see that anywhere in the fine print, sir.
Yeah. They
So-
probably should have divulged that kind of information, or at least given you a heads up. Like
Well,
when I purchased my displays from Next Level, they told me up front, like, you have to pay the freight, but it'll come later. That's a separate bill. And I asked them, like, can you give me an estimate so I can at least like have an
Plan
idea
for it.
of what it's
Yeah.
going to be? And they
Right.
did it. So they told me it was going to be like between $400 and $500.
right.
So I was able to set that aside.
It's somewhere in the fine print, which I didn't see as I was trying to get this all done, because I have to use my PayPal account to do anything like that. and it's basically like a credit card, and you pay it out. And so, yeah, I'm kind of pretty pissed off about that, you know.
Yeah, I would be too.
Yeah, the
You know,
same thing.
there's some banks that have incentive for you to sign up, and they give you money just to sign up. I don't
Right.
know if there's a Chase Bank near you if you qualify, but you can go ask them because they had some kind of promotion where if you create a checking and a saving account, they automatically deposit $600 into your account.
Yeah. Well, we actually use Chase, so my
okay.
husband's military, so. But the point is, you know, like when you go and you get an ARS rack, that's all right there at the checkout.
Yeah.
You know,
figure the
not
shipping and all
not a
that.
week and a half later say, hey, guess what? You know, we need another $500 to ship this to you. And I'm thinking, you know, that was all done in the price. You know, that's basically like when we buy anything, that's how it is. It's right then. It's not a week and a half later.
Right,
So,
right.
yeah.
And you probably did your shopping in comparison, and you
Right.
thought
Yeah.
the Freedom Breeder was a better price, so you purchased it, but then it turns out they didn't
Yeah.
include everything. So
Right. Yeah.
it's a bit of a
Yeah.
surprise there.
Well, yeah, well, now you figure it. So with shipping and everything, 9 ARS or ASF tubs and shipping is costing me $2,500, and I'm just like, yeah. That's
So
not really that good of a deal anyways.
basically, they're going to charge us. What was it? $500 to restock it.
6.
So I'm just like, it is more than aggravating.
Wait, this is for a rodent rack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot to invest in rodents, to be honest.
Well,
It happened. The same thing happened to me too. With when I bought that.
We have rats in our garage, and I'm tired of smelling them. And I already know that I'm going to have another couple of foot surgeries. So I was like, let's get something for inside the house. We can deal with it, you know, just in our snake room.
Mhm.
And it'll be easier on me in the long run. But that's not what happened. So, yep.
It sucks. It definitely sucks.
Absolutely.
All right,
Oh,
guys,
we're
I
gonna
gotta
see
go.
another gecko.
I'll
This is
I'll
my
talk to you guys
U.S.
later.
import.
All right,
Hey,
Paul.
Paul.
Have a good one. Paul is out, everybody. He's got to go to the car wash.
Car wash.
What is that, Crystal?
So this is a import from the States that we got from Altitude Exotics.
Okay.
So he's a C2 hypo with quad
Wow.
stripes.
I like how
And his name is Butterbeer.
It's what?
Butter beer.
Butterbeer.
Oh, I love it.
That's
He's
his name,
very
Butterbeer. Yeah, so he's going to be one of our breeder males.
Adam, what did you
US.
say you were looking for at the show?
I'm looking for a really dark male that is het axanthic.
No, okay.
If you know of anybody, Crystal, that has anything like that.
Altitude Exotics. He's the Exanthic king.
Oh, what the hell is that?
It's a fire yellow belly clown female that I'm growing up.
Oh, wow.
That's beautiful.
That's pretty. I almost thought there was hypo in it.
Me too.
She's angry.
Oh, yeah.
Do you keep those in a rack, Crystal? No.
What's that?
Oh, she may. So I know Adam, he does, correct me if I'm wrong, Adam, but you build your own stuff, your own racks and everything for the crested geckos.
I did, and then I went to Baker's Racks and got leap habitats, which fit on the Baker's Rack. I was trying to find somebody that would do like a whatever the plastic is. I forget the name of it, but to do the plastic, but it had to fit on the Baker's Rack, and everybody had the dimensions just outside of it to where it won't fit. So I was like, well, I'm out.
Kai, what's puzzles worth right now in the States? Like just
I didn't even check. See, this is how out of touch I am. 'Cause I don't even look at the price.
Did you
I'm
not
just
say
breeding
you
for
could
myself.
do
The only
stuff?
time I look at the prices is when I have to list something, and I look at it, and then I just forget about it, and then one day when I'm searching, it's like, why is my animal the highest priced one? And it's like, oh, it's because I never adjusted.
Oh yeah.
Because
That's
I've got now 5. So I got 3 females and 2 males. So I'll be breeding probably next. Stop being so angry.
Orange stream leopard clown.
Nope, this is just a clown hypo. He's a male.
Past Dave het puzzle.
Oh, that's the angry one.
That's the angry one.
That's nice.
Very nice. What are y'all doing over there?
So what were you saying about your puzzles?
This head puzzle is a striker. He just
Oh.
They always are. If they're
I like how you have it facing her. Why did you do that? That's not very nice. What is that? Mojave?
She's a OD past Dave het puzzle possible lace.
Oh, nice.
very angry.
Very angry.
That's how you know it's head puzzle.
Uh-huh.
Well, I got 5 of them now, and I'm trying to figure out how like what.
Guys, you're breaking up. I can't really hear you.
So we're just trying to figure out what the puzzle gene's worth before we you know. So when we do breed, you know, we have an idea.
Right.
But Kai wasn't very helpful this time.
No, I'm sorry. I wasn't at all.
It's okay.
Way to go, Kai.
I failed you all. Oh no.
I'll have to use more markers.
That's so funny. Oh shoot.
So on the crested geckos, are those like? Is there a lot of husbandry to those? Also, heat.
No, they're the easiest animals in the world to take care of.
Well, they're very easy, but like it's just more it's more time consuming.
You gotta feed them every 2 days, but I mean, like as far as like room temperatures, average room temperature is good.
And I have all my adults in bioactives, so the husbandry is a lot easier. It's just really the hatchlings that I have on like paper towels and stuff.
So Adam was explaining to me about how many they have and everything like that, and I was actually pretty impressed by that. Like I didn't know anything about them, and he filled me in. I was like, dude, okay, now I really want some.
The price range is extremely wide.
Yeah,
I mean, you could make a $40 gecko, or you can make a. I don't think Exanthic's quite as expensive anymore. Probably $6,000 for an Exanthic. I don't know.
You can get a visual Exanthic for $3,000 now.
Okay. Wow. They've gone down quite a bit. When they first came out, I think Altitude Exotics bought one for $60,000.
Yeah, he has quite a few right now. He was just at the expo this week, and I was seeing him post things. But one of his main things is Exanthics, right? And Robbie's Reptiles right now has quite a few head Exanthics. And if you're looking for something with no spots, he's the place to go, because that's his thing. He doesn't like to have Dalmatian spots in his geckos. So.
Oh no, what's wrong with that?
Well, it's preference, right? Like some people like to have pattern and
like no banana.
Exactly. We all have our own focuses, right? So yeah, there's still quite a few people that are into Exanthic.
Like me, I don't like spider, and it's not that I don't like spider. I think they're gorgeous, but I just I don't like the wobble.
Yeah.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with spider. They're actually probably some of the most gorgeous animals out there. Just they wobble.
I have yet to get a cappuccino, and I know the market crashed with caps, but I really would still like to get one. So that's on the list of really the only thing I want to add right now.
What's cappuccino? Is that a mutation or is that a combination?
Yeah, it's very well, they've now come out with some reb caps, but they start off really dark brown, and like there's some telltale signs for them. Like they'll have like a little a white kind of Y at the base of the tail, and When you mix them with lily whites, you make frappuccinos, so you get like a lot
Okay.
more like splash of white on them. And
So it's this brown little gecko thingy with like white grippy stuff that makes it look.
I mean, the gecko genes are very different than ball python genes, right? So it's some of them are a little bit more difficult to explain. But yeah, like you can make a super cap. So if you breed 2 caps together, you get the super cap thing, which right now is kind of a hot seed item because there's been a lot of genetic, I guess, disadvantages with super caps. So people at first were really wanting to breed cap to cap because it was the only way to prove out if you had a cappuccino or just a regular gecko. And then when they realized what you could do with lily white, now people are breeding to lily white instead to make fraps to prove them out.
Yeah, the super cap is kind of like a spider to spider. It creates a very kind of a no pattern, no color gecko.
Yeah.
But it's not really viable.
Yeah.
They get, the problem is they get very, very small nostrils on them. So there's been some like respiratory issues, and then they'll get fluid build up under their in their eyes. So there's been a couple disadvantages with them.
Wouldn't that be similar to like cinnamon for ball pythons? Where they're not as viable as other
They have like
combinations?
genetic abnormalities, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. And cappuccino is one of the few that's actually like a passable genetic. Most everything else in crested geckos is a polymorphism that you just kind of breed what you think looks good to make better and better geckos down the line.
Oh, okay. So lily white is not a mutation. It's a
It is.
line.
Yeah, it is.
You can't
Lily
breed
white,
two
cappuccino,
lilies.
and axanthic. There's very few. Sable, I think, is another one.
The hypos now, they've just recently come out with a genetic hypo, because hypo is more of like a line bred in, right? Because you have Pangea that has cold fusion, which is like their own line bred hypo. So we have all these different types of hypos, but they're not like hypo like in snakes, for instance, right? Like you're not just breeding a hypo to another one to get like a head, or like it's a little bit different. Phantom, and they say that red is recessive, so you can get het phantoms, you can get hets, and now for red apparently it's recessive. Pangea, Gecological, and like Little Monsters, they had the whole thing of genetics, and it's posted on Little Monsters website. So they have all the different genes. It's broken down like what's recessive, what's codom, because they're doing now. There's a lot more research in the genes for the geckos, but there's still so much to learn. Like Pixel's brand new, and they don't know. They don't know if it's recessive. They don't know how it works. We need a lot, like at least another 3 years to kind of figure out how it works and interacts with others, right? So.
I think red, though, even if you get like a red crested gecko, I think brown kind of washes it out, so you can't really tell.
Yeah, and if you do red to red, you'll tend to get more like a brick red. Like there's certain colors that'll bring out the reds more. But there, so there is another podcast that I would listen to, is Gecko Pod, and they were talking about red and how red is now being proven that it can be recessive, and it's the same with the Dalmatians, because you can have 2 Dalmatians and make super Dalmatians, but then you have a Dalmatian line that's basically het Dalmatian. Because for instance, I have 2 geckos that I bred. So I have my lily white that I bred to my empty back yellow, and I've had 2 out of those 20 hatchlings with Dalmatian spots, red and black Dalmatian spots. So that just goes to show, like those ones right there are het for Dalmatian, even though they don't have a spot on them.
That's neat.
So it's all tracking lineage, right? Like, and I have other ones too for the pixels, and they're tracking it down to ACR lines, which has pixels. So the lineage is really important with the geckos, because everyone tracks lineage and lines, and they all have names, and so it's from a certain line or from a certain breeder, and yeah.
So let's get back into real animals. So how about ball python?
So does anybody have pictures, Halloween pictures they want to show off? You can send them to me. I love seeing little Halloween pictures.
We'll send you some on Tuesday on Halloween. How's that?
Oh, come on now. Come on.
What about the artwork that you made, Holly? You want to show those off?
Look at that. That is my middle child. That's Faith.
Oh, that's nice.
That's
Who did her
beautiful.
makeup? You?
No, she did her own makeup. She's amazing. That's her little doggo.
Oh, cute.
Oh, it's got matching costumes.
Yes, absolutely. That's
And all you
Buttercup.
need is somebody to dress up with like a shower.
She's
do
a
a
rescue.
Karate Kid routine.
Buttercup is a rescue. My daughter found her basically on the side of the road, and that's her baby now.
Oh, that's a real rescue. That's you
Yes,
rescued her.
that's a
from-
real rescue.
Yeah, that's a real rescue. Not like you go to a building and it's like, oh,
Right.
I'll just pick that one out.
And that's her boyfriend. Yep. Oh, shut up, Bobby. God damn it.
What did he say? That's another rescue.
Nothing. We didn't say anything. So she is what, 24 now, 25, something like that. She was born in 98 or no, 99.
You don't even know your age.
24.
She's 24. But yeah, I mean, my goodness, I love even when they're grown, you still love them.
What's
Like-
our daughter going as?
They still look like babies to
Coraline.
you,
Spring
right?
is Coraline next year.
She does. When she doesn't have makeup on, she looks like a 12-year-old. I'm trying. There you go. She just has the perfect skin and everything. I'm like, yeah, you took everything from me. So, all right, everybody. Well, we're way over an hour, so we can cut this up. And
It's all our gecko talk.
stop it.
I'm blaming Crystal.
I could talk about them for hours.
I'm blaming Crystal for this one.
It's because of you guys. I'm thinking about getting geckos now.
I know.
Thanks.
I
It's
really
nice.
love those Dalmatian geckos. They are so pretty.
The one that Adam pulled out that was
Yes.
like white with black specks. I jumped onto Morph Market and just started looking for the.
Way to go, Adam.
You know what? We bring a whole bunch of people here, and we're looking at the animals, and they come into the snake room. They kind of freaked out a little bit, and then they see the fucking geckos, excuse my language, and they fall in love with them, and they're like, well, I could take one of those. And it's like, yeah, okay.
When it comes to buying stuff, I have no discipline.
Now, Adam, do you have any available?
I don't. I need to actually. I haven't sold anything and shipped it yet, so I need to get on Redline or something like that and kind of create an account and learn how to
Yes,
ship and all
Redline.
that fun stuff.
Absolutely, dude.
I've sold some geckos to a local pet shop here, but that's all I've done.
Those
Yeah.
satanic leaf geckos are pretty cool. I've been looking at those.
They are crazy.
Yeah, I've been posting those.
I just got a chameleon gecko. He's really cute.
So
Tiny.
I guess everybody's going to be getting into geckos now. Too.
I'm
You're not a
looking at
ball
Morph
python
Market right
breeder
now.
unless you have geckos, right?
Can I buy a gecko?
You can have a gecko.
I'll listen at her. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. We appreciate it. We hope you have a very good and safe Halloween. And what else, Bob? That's it.
Where my ears?
Anybody else want to add anything? Go to
Just
the
say-
Morph Market. Check out Kai. Check out who else? Who else has something on Morph Market right now?
Adam's gonna have one by next week.
No, Adam will send it to me. All right, everybody. Have a good one.
Good night, everyone.
Nice.